I lost $500 selling on TCG Player. That's right, in one transaction. So here's what happened. I pulled and sold a showcase Mandalorian on TCG Player. Now, if you happen to be the guy that bought it, hello, hi, yes, I'm talking about our exchange. And don't worry, I'm not going to trash you because I don't believe that you had any nefarious intent at this point. But here's the buying experience for a TCG Player. You get online, you buy the thing, and it ships to you. The seller experience is I have a lot of this back-end work. I'm doing the shipping, I'm packing it all up. If the buyer doesn't like the card when it arrives, they just return it. They reach out, they file a message, we have to process a return. All the TCG policies are very, very buyer friendly. I'm asked, I can negotiate a better deal. Customer service is 100% on me. I can negotiate a discount. If I think it's buyer's remorse, I can, say, hey, why don't you ship it back to me and ask them to pay for shipping. But ultimately, at the end of the day, all the TCG policies clearly lean toward you just got to give the buyer their money back and get your product back and move on with your life. Okay, but that sucks when you're a new store and you've just sold the most expensive card you've literally ever pulled in your life. And within the week of it selling, it drops $150 in value. So yeah, there's probably some buyer's remorse because they bought at the high point. And I was the lowest of the high points, by the way. I was the lowest price when I listed at my price point. And then it shows up damaged, and I know for a fact it wasn't damaged. I've got photos on my side. Now, he was kind enough to send me photos. He didn't have to, and I'm not allowed to ask. That's another thing. If you tell me as a buyer that my product was damaged on arrival, cool, here's your return label, ship it back. And then I have to go through TCG support, I have found out, to let them know I have damaged product. It wasn't damaged when I got it. So the buyer may have done something, or it was damaged during opening, which I think that's what happened, frankly. I think during opening and removal, it was damaged because the nicks are at the top of the card where you would have pulled it out of a sleeve, and then down some of the lines run that same kind of horizontal pattern on the scratches. So it's like I think something happened when he pulled it out and it got damaged. Okay. So I'm going to get a damaged card back. I have to return the money over $500 sale, and I'm going to have a damaged card I can't sell for that much, and I have no protections. So I think for me there's a few learning lessons. One, I got to take better photos. I definitely think I could document condition better. I've got enough right now that I feel confident saying it wasn't damaged when I shipped it. And maybe it was damaged on removal, but it would be better to have higher quality photos, more photos of edges and surfaces, maybe because of the foiling on this one, maybe like, a video moving it around in the light to highlight the scratches or no scratches or condition. All that would be super useful. Secondly, maybe just don't sell on TCG Player. It's such a buyer-friendly platform. These high-end stuff, I'm going to lose $20 just shipping and returning it. It has to go with signature delivery, so it's more expensive to drop. I did not opt for signature delivery on the return. And if the package disappears, I'll file a claim with UPS or UPSCS, whatever it is, and get my money back that way. So I'm a little frustrated by that, but again, it's costly, and I don't have the protections that I want. If I sold on eBay, for example, I could just put no returns on TCGs, and if you buy it, you buy it, and that's it, right? And if you don't like the photos I have, you shouldn't make that purchase. If you're uncertain about the condition or you want more photos, you should ask for it. So I think that's for a high value card. Other thing is maybe with a high value card, try to sell it locally. I probably could have waited a week and sold it locally. Now, again, the value came way down, so I would have lost out on that money, but I'm going to lose out on that money anyway. And now I'm going to have to sell a damaged card. Another option would be just to get it graded. If I'm going to sell it on TCG Player, sell graded versions of cards because then it's indisputable. You've had a third party graded, it's been slabbed. You're not going to have to worry about condition. If they crack it open, it's 100% on them. I'm not going to return that. And I think TCG Player would stand by that too because that's completely illogical. So these are some of my learning lessons. I'll keep putting down the lower value card. I say lower value. I mean, I sold a Hyper Vader on there when that was at the peak. No problems with that one. Delivered that in a shipping shield, PWE. Actually, no, I shipped that one track. Anyways, I think there's still some cards you could sell, but when it comes to this stuff with the foiling, you've got to be more careful, and it's a lesson learned for me. Now, the upside is I am running all this through a business. So I have an LLC, I've set that up, I'm going to process everything through that, and this is just going to be damaged product. It could be a write-off at the end of the year. TCG has also indicated, finally, when I got a response from support, which took over 5 days, and it was fully resolved at that point, that when I get it back, if I see damage on it, which I will, because I've already seen photos, again, thanks, dude, you sent me some photos, you didn't have to. He was very amenable through the whole thing, just disappointing for me. Yeah, but like I'll report it to TCG and they may look at it and then offer me some sort of future credits or something like that. I don't entirely know how that would work to help make me whole on that front. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not out everything. I'm just disappointed because the whole point of doing this was to cover my habit. That's my goal. I'm not here to make a profit. I do other stuff with my LLC. It's just this leg of the resale side is simply to cover costs and take care of the business that way. So that's my experience selling high value cards. I think I may have lost $500 and I may not get it back. On the upside, I have a product that maybe I can write off. I get the card back, which I really did like the card. And with a little bit of damage, it's going to be moving at a lower rate. So maybe I just keep it for a while. And if I ever run across the Mandalorian himself or the artist, I can maybe get some fun signatures that might kick up the value as a genuine collectible from there. So that's it. If you're going to sell on TCG Player, watch out. You got to take care of yourself as a seller on there, and you really got to get good at shipping at the end of the day. That's what I'm learning right now. Getting good at shipping, having good policies, and being responsive. So let me know what you think. If you lost money like that, and am I just making some bad assumptions? Am I whining too much? I'm trying to be fair to the bike side. I think it was just a bad experience for both of us, unfortunately, and we resolved it. We're moving on with our lives, but I'm learning something from it, and I think that's a sign of maturity, perhaps, right? Or professional growth or whatever. Drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Have you done this before? Do you have any ideas, any good videos you've seen about how to protect yourself in these situations? I would be very open to all of that. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, keep up. I'm going to be sharing the results of my experiment around how much product do we have to buy to get a full play set, and then what does selling it look like in terms of recovery? What's the final dollar amounts? We'll have all that in the next few weeks as the last of my product comes in. I crack that open and start to continue to do sales and finish out. Like the main season of sales was set to running off as we move to a reprint. So follow along. I'm going to be putting more of that up. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great night, and stay whatever. Stay weird. Stay whatever you are. Appreciate it.